Introduction. Satoshi Nakamoto filed a patent in the year 2008 on August 15th. The patent was about the revolutionary digital currency system known as the Bitcoin system. The patent got recognized internationally. The popularity was just because of the flawless design of the currency system. Yet, calculating so many risks associated towards its development and design, the founder of the cryptocurrency did not reveal much about his whereabouts and left the spotlight in no time. It is the further developers who contributed quite a lot to the development of the Bitcoin design and made it to be a vulnerable rival for world currencies today. It was in 2008 December the white paper about the Bitcoins got published. SourceForge. Bitcoin project first got hit through SourceForge. It was in November 2008. Bitcoin was first mined in January 2009. Version 0.1 got released and gained recognition from all over the world. First ever Bitcoin transaction. January 12th of 2009 was the first ever Bitcoin transition made. It took about 8 months from then for the global market to get used to the new digital currency setup. Stock indices added the new currency Bitcoin. New exchange rate or value is established in October 2009. Development of Bitcoin hits the IRC in the same time. In the same year, version 2 was released in November 2009. Currency exchanges began. February 2010, after the difficulties were overcome after the relapse of the second version, the Bitcoins were ready for currency exchanges in the global market. Encryption patent also got published in the same month to ensure the worldwide recognition for the growing digital currency. 10,000 BTC was spent only on pizza in the month of May 2010. July 7th of 2010, third release of the Bitcoin. Slashdot come up with the stats of the global users of the Bitcoin. There was a huge surge for the Bitcoins at that point of time, showing promise for the investors to see from a wide perspective. By July 2012, the growth of the Bitcoin was out of proportions. The currency exchange rate was 10 times more than what it began with at 2009. How to invest in Bitcoin stock. When anyone are not sure about the type of investments to make in the right direction to get the maximum value of the investments and the maximum returns in a faster time, then anyone choose to get the advice from the legal experts out there. If that is the case, then most often the experts today are recommending something new and that nothing but the buttoning. Bitcoin is nothing but an invisible currency that can actually give anyone security, safety, and at the same time fullest value for the money that anyone chooses to invest in this channel. There are no governments that are involved in the growth of the Bitcoins or who has control over the production of the bacons. One of the most complicated algorithms is associated with the generation of the Bitcoin. The cryptocurrency that anyone chooses to use over a period is sure to get the maximum returns more than what one could really assume to get just because of the simple reason that there are no influencers here in the making of the cryptocurrency. These are super benefits while choosing to invest in one currency that is not altered by the political climate in the US or the UK. There are no solid currencies equivalent to that of the Bitcoin today, for its value is about $1,000 a Bitcoin. This is fairly a great deal of price to offer for anyone from any part of the world to choose this channel as one of the safest and reliable means to invest in the right time and in the right ease. Investments that one makes in the right time helps him or her in the future to get the maximum returns to save his or her life at the most. Commitments keep increasing as life progresses. No one is alone in this world while living as a social animal. Moral responsibilities are there. If one is not willing to accomplish that, then the society is sure to consider that individual as a deprived someone and do not give respect to that personality. It is unethical to live so, for so many reasons, and the social setup is designed in such a way that the social ethics are to be followed by one and all, so that everyone is benefited through that disciplined walk of life. Leaders in any demographics lead as a role model to show the others that they are to be followed for ethics. Social ethics are finding value only in the upper middle class segment in particular. These people respect the tradition and culture big time and do the conventionally followed routines without fail, for they are having the resources to do so. They are having the best of the earnings to make sure that they are following the formalities without fail. They spend a lot of money. They are in the upper class segment just because of the wise choices that they made in the right time. Investments in the right channel and in the right time must have pushed them to the leading lifestyle. Their savings are used to mend the issues that they foresee in the right time. Their life is followed by others in the neighborhood. Yet some are not able to accomplish as how the mentor did because of the lack of finance. So basically, it is the finance that drives values into the society. Financial backup is such a crucial element that can influence the lifestyle of the whole society too. So how to do that financial planning effectively without the help of the ideal consultant and the experts how are adept in their financial planning skills? It is pivotal need to get the help of the pros and take right decisions in the right time. Chapter 1. Version 3 Bitcoin. How many one should invest in Bitcoin 2016 or 2017 is a discrete question that needs answer. That answer comes from the gurus in the industry. To make money with Bitcoin is well known to the experts. Also, seniors will offer anyone significantly useful and mattering tactics. Brainstorming sessions can moreover make anyone identify great observations. Taking into consideration of everything when anyone governing it all such valid criteria into the assignments that anyone works, the output standards are powerful regularly. This is somehow the experienced financial planning advisors team may bring in brand value to the work execution accomplished by them when anyone compares with the average others in the competitive environment now. How to invest in Bitcoin stock. Binary options are a good way to make money online. Same is the case with the Bitcoin investment sites too. So, investing in Bitcoin 2016 is easier only based on the assistance that anyone gets genuinely from the pros. Team professionals are beneficially there for some financial planning advisor service firms to be coordinating better. Whenever there is serious coordination in prevalence between every other department, then regularly anyone will get sufficient days to finish the job allocated within the deadline, as the accomplished plans are worked out ahead of time, matching those objectives by brainstorming. Output is daunting here, and also the job ordered is completed within the limits either ahead of the deadline or on the penultimate hour. Bitcoin investment advice. Consultation yields the best benefits in investing in Bitcoin mining. It is one of the lucrative investments to do currently and the best way to invest in Bitcoin. Resourceful financial planning advisors' solutions do have the thorough coordination in their execution style. Typically, to rate some particular financial planning advisor service firm and to spot down the fair value of the deal, most often anyone inquire about the past records accomplished for that financial planning advisor service provider. That is generally called as the intellectual testimonials. When anyone are gaining enough such proofs to get to know that there is outstanding promise in dealing with a specific financial planning advisor service company, then anyone could step forward to screen and select the organizations after pricing comparisons as well as the other crucial terms attenuated with any peer service organizations in the market presently. How to buy Bitcoins with cash at CVs. When one buys Bitcoin with cash deposit, then it makes complete sense. See the cash to Bitcoin converter. Read the local Bitcoin review and understand what is mentioned in the Bitcoin history chart. Compare with the stats of the past, like the Bitcoin price chart since 2009. Do the Bitcoin price prediction for the future about the Bitcoin highest price potential? Know where the status now for the Bitcoin price prediction 2016 is. Get legal advice. Unmindful of the Facebook reviews for specific financial planning advisors, anyone may visualize if anyone will get our paramount ambition achieved when anyone could be awarding to the same provider sincerely. As a rule, when it is not, then anyone is inclined to announce for financial planning advisors hiring through quotes and tenders. Whether anyone are informed or not, there are a plethora of options available at the moment to get the inspiring services for nominal costs too, when anyone follows that accurate analysis done selectively based upon the high-end financial planning advisors' recommendations that come from the dependable reviewing platform online. Best way to invest in Bitcoin. Even if anyone are not sure, there shall be bountiful choices available currently to engage with the impressive services for lower costs, as well when anyone goes by anyone committed analysis done solely depending upon the clean trusted Bitcoin exchange point recommendations that come from the honest rating platforms online. With that said, where to notice the dependable service providing firm may be the consumer's anticipations today. Bitcoin price prediction 2016. Project the same from the upcoming years. 2017 and 2018 have big prospects for certain. In this scenario, where to recognize the best service company has been a vested interest of the masses out there now. Immaterial of the thin differences in viewpoints and the controversial terms that remain with the contractual terms acknowledged cooperatively between both parties, financial planning advisors are picked only dependent upon the winsome goals of the organization. There shall be no reason to order from that same existing supplier when there are generous benefits related to the completely distinct and breezy players in the business who remain in the advancing trend or really famous in the industry nevertheless as well. In that way, when anyone knows the secret about earn 1 Bitcoin per hour or to see the free Bitcoin earning sites, then anyone are sure to become rich sooner. Results may be overwhelming here, and also the needful may be accomplished just in time, either well before the deadline assigned or on date of deadline. Resourceful trusted Bitcoin exchange point solutions do have the effective coordination in their system, typically to rate one specific trusted. Bitcoin investment sites. One of the most interesting facts about the investing in Bitcoin mining is that the value for any one money in form of returns in quick succession is really impeccable. Is it worth investing in Bitcoin? Certainly yes, is the answer. Inadvertent of the quality standards and the lower costs linked with all valuable buying, basically based upon peculiar relationships, vendor is finalized without allowing fresher. Many of the renders of the industrial kind are mainly sanctioned on the known basis in most of the procurements for the unique reason that they are not sellers in inviting headache with new dealing. Acquaintance accomplished eventually with any existing suppliers and the predictable operations to follow with ease next year related to that vendor declines the workload of those specific crew who do the purchasing. How to get started Bitcoin mining. For any investments that are taken into consideration initially, there are pros and cons that are to be foreseen without fail. Let it be the binary options trading or even gambling online for that matter. It is super easy to do the predictions today with the available data in hand. Online platforms help us to get the maximum details, and anyone are sure to get an idea about the prospective returns for the money invested in this channel too. Investing in Bitcoin 2017. The answer from the experts is surely yes, only based on the profile of the candidate that chooses to invest in this sector. Bitcoin exchange point service company, and to note the consummate worth of transaction, often anyone do demand for one past records achieved with the trusted Bitcoin exchange point service provider. How to invest in Bitcoin stock. Just like how it is mentioned earlier, it is the candidature that is sure to have a say here. Being a layman, if anyone is willing to do the binary options trading, then that are possible for the simple reason that there are pros that run platforms that are offering the information that is like spoon feeding for the layman. It is possible for layman to associate with the best in the business and find the best returns too, without any hassles. At the same time, bitcoins are not the same. Online gambling is not the same either. There are a lot of other things that one needs to understand about the business, and in majority it is all about the risks involved in the affair. The pros and cons related to the investments for the person related to his or her candidature is surely a constraint to select these channels to make money. There is a bit of intellect needed and bit of luck as well as enough resources as well to invest in both gambling as well as bitcoins to see big returns for the money. Most of the people talk about invests in Bitcoin mining today. Is it worth investing in Bitcoin, or how to earn Bitcoins in India for free? It is all the latest questions of the hour. How to earn Bitcoin on Android, or how to be making more money like earn 1 Bitcoin daily? These are some questions that are being on research. Yet when anyone are able to earn 1 a day, then anyone are progressing in big scale to become a millionaire sooner or later. It is because the value is growing steadily and faster too in all these years. The value is about $1,000 today compared to the US currency. Get rich from Bitcoin. Most of us do not know on how to earn 1 Bitcoin per month. Most of us do not know on how to get 1 Bitcoin fast. If the answers are learned and understood with ease, then there are no limits to make money online today. The Bitcoin capture work relations are something to know in the first place. The get free Bitcoins automatically options are increasing in numbers either. The Bitcoin faucet without capture and the type of Bitcoin capture jobs that anyone gets to see online these days are something mind-boggling. To get free Bitcoins every minute and to earn Bitcoin on capture is not difficult. 1 free Bitcoin. There are speculations about the free Bitcoins every hour and the related free Bitcoin hack tools as well. Don't trust on these free Dogecoin or the options to get free Bitcoin now. Yes, the free Bitcoin daily scratch card is not something real. The Bitcoin price chart since 2009 must indicate anyone about the real worth of the Bitcoin price in India for anyone to do the Bitcoin price prediction well. Big-time niche dominance for any particular trusted Bitcoin exchange point might inevitably go to be one considerable advantage for us. Commodiously, if they are well stable in the industry, then anyone will get requirements fulfilled readily in short time. Readily, when they are equivalent well and very well armed, anyone may find the productivity standards to be equal to phenomenal rankings. Obviously, it showcases clear sense in any merger with the veterans who remain niche dominant. Under those considerations, it shows great sense in one such association with the stalwarts who are niche dominant. Precision standards are chiefly insufficient in a lot of subpar trusted Bitcoin exchange point out there, and that is surely seen in the ratings always. Negligible compromises may lead to perfection, and so might be the perfect best quality too. Only the top-ranking few trusted Bitcoin exchange point in the market scene are well suitable to serve with refined quality in that way. Laudably, the high-end equipment used and the remarkable infrastructure and the perseverance can all contribute to the optimal results to accomplish perfection standards. That is how the trained, trusted Bitcoin exchange point services pros should bring in noteworthy value to the particular tasks accomplished by them while comparing with the subpar peers in the tall competition today. Team coordinators are dynamically there for some trusted Bitcoin exchange point servicing firms for coordinating better. As and when there is thorough coordination between all the sections of workflow, then largely anyone will get enough work hours to accomplish the job handed over within the deadline, as the correct plans are sketched out before time as per those budgets by brainstorming. Chapter 2. Bitcoin Price Prediction 2016. How much was one Bitcoin worth in 2009 is something that is taken into key consideration by the experts who do the analysis on this subject. They know about the intricate benefits in investing in this channel as they are seeing the stats as records of the past. The Bitcoin price India is a classical example to prove a point in the above-mentioned concept. The Bitcoin price predictions anywhere else in the work is also just one and the same. Chinese market downfall is affecting the price to a certain way. The economical growth of the biggest economies has a say in the growth of the market for the Bitcoin. That is immoderately called as the added-on testimonials. While anyone are having enough such evidence to discover that there is marvelous substance in dealing with that particularly trusted Bitcoin exchange point service company, then anyone can go ahead to evaluate and estimate the right firms, and compare the costs and those other pivotal terms corresponding to the peer service firms in this domain now. Inadvertent of the Facebook rankings for a trusted Bitcoin exchange point, anyone can apprehend if anyone would get our ultimate motive fulfilled when anyone might be choosing the same suppliers firmly. Chiefly, if it is not, then anyone likes to announce for trusted Bitcoin exchange point assigning by processing for quotation and tendering. Bitcoin Price Prediction 2016. Experts are saying that the growth for the value for the money in terms of bitcoins is sure not to decline, as it is purely based on the growth prospects often major economies of the world. The algorithm is tough to make out for the layman by that is not tough to understand either. How much one bitcoin worth in 2009? What is new about the latest trends when it comes to one BTC to AFA? What is the prediction for the next 5 years? When anyone knows on what is a Bitcoin to totality, then anyone will get answers for all these questions certainly with a little bit of research done on the related facts online. How to buy Bitcoins with cash at Walmart is the most often asked question about the masses. The local Bitcoin wallet is only a replica of this question. Do analysis and learn to find the best of the local Bitcoin login details and the local Bitcoin ATM too. Then comes in the need to know on how to buy Bitcoins with cash at CVs and to buy Bitcoin with cash deposits too. There are so many laymen who don't know about the cash to Bitcoin converter. They got to read the local Bitcoin review and grasp the facts on the Bitcoin history chart. That makes them understand facts on the Bitcoin price chart since 2009. Now that means it is easy to do the Bitcoin price prediction and the related Bitcoin highest price facts. Those stats can help one to get big money in no time. Accuracy. Services are appreciated only based on the precision standards in particular. When the services are not up to the mark, or if the services are not fulfilling the criteria of the clients, then naturally there is no point in the transaction. Trusted Bitcoin exchanging platforms deals are not expected any further. So basically, the primary focus of the service firm must be there in fulfilling the prime objectives of the clients. How to do that always with keen attention for detail. Get to know what is needed for the customer in the first place. When the customer's needs and wants are ideally understood, then there are least chances for things to go wrong. If there is no better understanding about how the clients are interested in then, tell then frankly to the client to come up with some kind of synonymous examples to see and understand exactly on what is their reputed choices in the trusted Bitcoin exchanging platforms market today. When there is not any deal achievable to fulfill the interests of the both parties involved in the affair, then there are no chances for the successful accomplishment of the job at all. Think and act is the adage. It is essential to think, plan, and come up with solid preparation to make sure that the job done is precision in standards of trusted Bitcoin exchanging platforms output. When that precision is maintained in each and every single job that is done to all the clients, then there is no need to market the services or promote the trusted Bitcoin exchanging platform services offered. For those who did the Bitcoin price prediction 2016 and the pros, it was well known on how much was one Bitcoin worth in 2009. Based on the fact and the future analysis, they are predicting for the next decade too. They know well on how long it takes to mine a Bitcoin too. Their predictions earlier were right about the Bitcoin price prediction 2016. Right from the Bitcoin price India to the Bitcoin price chart since 2009 preparations, everything was close to perfection. Even the Bitcoin price USD for the next years were predicted wisely. How to buy Bitcoin and when is the next question to ask these experts. First of all, get to know what a Bitcoin is and what is one BTC to AFA or any one particular currencies. When anyone understands the currency better, then anyone are sure to pose wise questions about the reliance on the currency in the future years to come. So learn about the new cryptocurrency first of all. Learn more and earn more through the earning opportunity that is coming in anyone's way right now. See to that anyone are dealing with the best trusted Bitcoin exchanging platforms in the business that thrives in the market, not on the customer merging. When anyone are selecting one such best in the market, then there is all possibility to make money under all the circumstances without fail. It means anyone are not losing to the completion unnecessarily. Anyone is not losing money or business, on the other hand, too, to any of the competitor in the same industry. To make it come in reality, the expenses towards hiring the new trusted Bitcoin exchanging platform to see to that the additional rush in demand is fulfilled then and there without any slack. Money makes money in life, says some of the experts in the business since so many years now. There is a lot of fact in that saying, but there is a lot of cases that are to be taken into analysis too, to not to fall as victims to unwanted issues. It is not always true that money can help anyone make more money necessarily. There are thousands of people around the world who had lost millions of dollars overnight. There are so many reasons of the decline. There are so many factors that are influencing the growth of the investments that are made in varied channels. Nothing can be a perfect alternative to anything. Growth is not a stable process. It is like an irreversible chemical reaction in some cases. It is like a chain reaction in some cases. Even though chemistry has got nothing to do with the financing account process, there is a lot of correlation between the organic chemistry reactions and the gain-rich schemes of the modern kind. It is possible to gain maximum wealth and prospects as long as the reaction is a chain reaction, just like how one makes money with money in the cases of healthy businesses and the multi-level marketing schemes or chit funds and so on. Yet there are failures too. Taking risks in a calculated fashion paves a perfect platform for anyone to make rich dividends in no time. When the growth is limited, then the controlling capacity is not tough. When the growth is unlimited or out of proportions, then the business prospects is no more under the control of the owner. There can be more prospects or soon there can be the edge of the doom in the vicinity. It can go any ways eventually. To get a hold of the processes, it is very essential to have the cue in hand. When the cue is lost, but still the growth is witnessed, then anyone are running purely on fortune. This is where the wise investment channels come into the picture. Before fortune takes a turnaround, investing in the wise channels becomes a must. Rich dividends may not be there compared to the speed with what the money is being made currently, but still the stability on the long term can be taken into consideration to invest in these prime channels. This is the specialty about the investments that are being made in the safest channels, like the B. When the industry is well established, then the number of pros that can be hired based on merits will be on the larger scale. If the industry is not something quite reputed enough, then there are meagre numbers of talented and qualified professionals who can turn around to take up the job. Moreover, there are additional aspects to consider under this category, like the wastages to be paid for the skilled workforces and the attrition rate, as well as the competition and so on. When the staff are not sticking to the company that they are serving, then the most important aspect would just be the salary that they are getting from the company. Those trusted Bitcoin exchanging platform service firms that are always paying are well costing to the customers, on the other hand, just because of the reason. Investments save our future, and it is known to those who had spent so many years of service for big companies and the conglomerates in varied big capacities already. One might run as a big CEO or a general manager of any company for so many years, but the plight of the same person after retirement may not be the same, just like what they anticipated to be if they are not planning the future well, to do the right investments in the right time. There are not big payments made as pensions to the ex-employees today by any of the companies out there in certain developing nations. Developed countries are paying big amount of money to help the senior citizens. Some of the elders are being paid good amounts of money as pensions too, for them to choose the ideal locations to get settled with peace of mind for affordable lifestyle towards the end of the days. Even that fortune is not there for a majority of the others who have not planned their retirement well in time. With that said, there can be a plethora of options that can potentially come into anyone's mind to make life sweeter for years to come ahead. Yet, what is the secured and the safest means to invest the hard-earned money? If the available options are seriously governed, then the first and the foremost of all could just be the bitcoins. There are bitcoins that are giving anyone the best returns for anyone's money to secure anyone's future well. When anyone are not earning anything over a period, when anyone are old, then there is a need to get money to the needs of the family members and for oneself too, to meet the medical expenses and other bills at that point of time. The cost of living might have gone way higher to not to figure out the potential possibilities today. Under these circumstances, when it is wise idea to invest in the bitcoins, how many people are doing the right investments in the right time is the million-dollar question of the tour, though. Availability. When the company is new and there are only few projects to attend, then it is easily and quickly done by the few people who are working for the trusted Bitcoin exchanging platform service firm. At the end of the day, to cater to the needs of the clients who are small in numbers is sure to be lesser compared to what the others can be able to do in the market. When the company grows by virtue of its quality services and gaining reputation in the market, there comes in the need to cater to the needs of the customer from all over the world or country or the state as per their needs and wants. When this criterion comes into the picture, the most important aspect to consider is the trusted Bitcoin exchanging platform's availability of the staff members for the right stable projects in time. There are so many people who are investing in the Bitcoins for the key reason that there are no influences possible to alter the value of the Bitcoin from any national leader. The prospects in the past few years are a great proof to showcase the real worth of the cryptocurrencies, which are on to rule the entire world in the upcoming future. The value for money is sure to reach tremendous heights by the time when one gets older, making life to be so difficult to face the challenges at that point of time. Money in hand, or in the reserves, or in the kitty, can be of least help for one who is not willing to add on to the savings in the present times. That is the major reason why one must do the savings in the bitcoins. When that is done, then along with the growing value for the money, the corresponding value are sure to grow as well. Illustration by example. It means if the fees for the student in class 12 is X amount today, then the X amount after 20 years from now can be something humongous for one to afford if the X amount is kept in the same local currency in the banks or the financial institutions. On the other hand, if the X amount is converted into Bitcoin, then the value of the money at that point of time after 20 years is equivalent to that of that same humongous amount that one might not even be able to imagine. Save money in Bitcoin for the same reason. The savings that anyone makes in Bitcoin for the children's marriage, medical care and assistance, or any other fees or future commitment is sure to be good enough or adequate enough to meet the situations after so many years, in spite of the economical changes that are to come in between in the country. Not just the economical conditions, but even the many other factors that makes anyone's value decline over the years can actually affect the savings in Bitcoin. This is why wise people choose to invest in the standard currencies in the past. Yet, as of today, With the world economy in big threats often, none of the currencies is found to be stable or reliable, just like the Bitcoin. The price may decline every now and then, but the stability of the cryptocurrency is surely solid. It is not comparable with the other currencies for its humongous stability and standards. That is witnessed in the past few years, and it is only predicted to get better in the further years to come. Benefits of Bitcoin. Benefits of Bitcoin investment today, when done in right manner, are quite unlimited. First, it is easy to open bank account anywhere, anytime with Bitcoins in reserve. Second, appreciation for money is appreciable. Third, there is no need for bank approval to implement anyone's business ideas as long as anyone are having the universal currencies in anyone's kitty. Fourth, quick access to all the digital networks. Fifth, IPOs for the startup business firms. Sixth, stocks and bonds for the developing business firms online. Seventh, money that is programmable has an edge over the other options. Eighth, smart contracts with Bitcoins open opportunities wider for international business players. All anyone needs to do is to select the right platform to do the exchanges, though. That is because of one simple fact, that the mining of the cryptocurrencies are not only based on the local political climate or the economical scenario, but totally based on the complex algorithm that is made by the financial gurus of the world. This algorithm is such that the proportionate amount of bitcoins that are made or produced or generated year after year is exactly proportional to the growth of the world economy. Chiefly, ROI compounding trusted Bitcoin exchange point solutions are the expectations presently. Guess what happens while anyone could be transacting with some registered trusted Bitcoin exchange point who can guarantee anyone on the trustworthy services. Anyone might earn the eminent merits from the highly aboriginal solutions of the trusted Bitcoin exchange point. Anyone might get that top-quality assurance that would be maximizing the returns for the investments in a grand manner made with that trusted Bitcoin exchange point service firm. Crowdfunding. It is possible to get the crowdfunding for any business needs regardless of the demographics. Firms that are located in the remote corridors of the world can gain attention through crowd funds using the digital money at a faster rate. Central banking system or the governmental policies may or may not be aligned to the interests of the business firm. In that case, Bitcoin is the supreme option to deal with and get major advantage over the peer competent in the market. Wire transferring is easier through Bitcoins. Conclusion. Even the internet started to work wonders in the same speed, eventually to have grown to pinnacle heights today in giant proportions. It is the working sample of Bitcoins too. It is not any conjured up experiment being done online. It is one of the major new online ecosystems. That allows the users to have extensive flexibility to gain enormous economic power as part of their own nations.